I just finished 111 Care Century runs. Hey, Lars here, finally back with another video in the Offline from Scratch series. After getting our Assassin Torch, it was time to really test out what the dual Mosaic build could do. And as some of you guys suggested, I went to the Care Sanctuary. I'm beginning to focus a bit more on my Grail, so some of the items might not seem that cool, but they are one step in the right direction for me in completing the entire set. I will show off the gear and the stats at the end of the video and in the description. So no more stalling, let's get into the drops with the first one on run 13, where we find Superior Colossus Vulture. It has 10% enhanced damage, but sadly it already has 2 open sockets. On run 24 we find the first item for my Grail. It's the Death Hand Gloves, which is actually quite a rare drop from Diablo. It's 1 in 2400 and something. He also drops this really nice jewel with 6 to minimum and maximum damage and 28 fire resistance. So it's gonna be an easy replacement for the Ral Rune in my Mercenaries and Daryl's Visage. On run 37 we get a unique pair of matriarchal javelins. It's another pair of Thunderstroke, only with 2 to Javelin and Spear skills sadly. And I'm still missing one with +4, so always an exciting item to see if we can get perfect. 2 runs later on 39 we find another item from my Grail. It's the Outtro armor. I was pretty sure I already had it, but as soon as I picked it up and identified it, my Grail tracker made a sound. So luckily I picked it up again after I threw it on the ground. On run 51 we find a really nice small charm, 11% to lightning resistance, and it's definitely going to be usable when I start using the lightning thunder later on. Run 67 is another drop for the Grail. It's Sunshrill's Frost, and I actually ended up finding 2 of these during the runs, but this was the best of the 2. On run 70, Diablo is up again with 2 potentially very good drops. The first is this unique Thresher, which of course is the Reaper's Toll. It has a horrible ED roll, but nonetheless it's a new item for the Grail. And the ring we don't want to talk about, so on to the next drop. On run 73 he's on with another interesting double drop. Yam's Face, which is such a nice item for an early Uber Smiter. That is at least the item I used for my first Uber kills. And of course then the unique amulet, which turns out to be Atmoscarab. I really think the level 2 amplified damage and striking seems super strong, but the 5% chance to cast it is seems too low for me. On run 79 we have another drop for the Grail. It's a unique set Hellforge plate, and it turns out to be Naj's light plate. I think it's a very decent armor if you can get it early on. It has +1 to skills, 65 life and 25 all resistances. On the very same run Diablo drops a unique Blood Spirit, which is of course the Cerberus Bite. It rolls 3 to shapeshifting skills and 2 to feral rage, so the skill rolls were decent. Sadly the rest of the rolls seems pretty meh, so but it's a new item for the Grail, so who cares. On run 82 we drop a unique Demon Hide Sash, and it is of course the String of Years. I thought it was fun to include, since it rolled the minimum life stolen per hit, fist damage reduction and magic damage reduction. So it's pretty shit. On run 86, Diablo finally drops a Burning Essence of Terra. I can't believe it took this long to get one. I'm not sure how unlucky I've been, but I think the rub chance is supposed to be 1 in 11 or something like that. And of course there's a mid-roll Kiar's Guardian. Run 91, we find a Superior Sacred Armor, which has 7% enhanced defense. It might be a possible base for a future chest rune wood, if I'm ever gonna use anything except for the Enigma we already created. On run 95, we drop a pretty cool pair of rare boots. With 30% faster run walk and very decent resistances. I know it's not a pair of tri-res boots, but these are probably one of the nicest pairs of boots I've found on my offline playthrough so far. On run 98, just before hitting the 100 run mark, we finally find the next Burning Essence of Terra. Run 103, we drop a unique man catcher, and it's ethereal. It's the Viper Fork, with a pretty decent roll on both the enhanced damage and the attack rating. To end off the runs, we find a cute little 20 liver at run 107. And that's it. I was planning on doing a lot more runs, but I'm not sure this assassin playstyle is for me. It's a lot of effort to keep up the charges, and every time trying to hit the right amount of them as well. So I might be back with some cows or something other than this that you can maybe just easily pummel through. Even having to like stop and identify stuff, you only kinda have 15 seconds before you have to move on. Also thought it was really annoying having to revamp the charges on Diablo on the every single run. I don't know if anyone has a fix for that. If so, leave them in the comments. For my gear, I used of course the dual Mosaic Jarico with the P Topaz in it, +2 material arts necklace. Our Enigma, 35% chance guards, Ravenfrost, Arachnid Mesh, 30% Nagel, 38% War Travelers, and 40% Gates. An Alias and a Torch, and then 7% Magic Find Small Charms, and 6% Magic Find Small Charms, giving us a total of 450 Magic Find, and the runs were done on Player's Difficulty 3. If you enjoyed the video, comment with a suggestion on what I should farm next. And if you want to see more, leave a like and subscribe for future videos. And as always, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Lars Out.